We have a bloodbath in the crypto markets. Bitcoin is down again. Powell just spoke hawkish, and we have a pro-Bitcoin California governor candidate entering the race. On top of that, macroeconomic data and government uncertainty are creating massive waves across all markets. If you think crypto is calm, think again. Today, I'm breaking it all down. The rumors, the reality, and what you need to know to stay ahead. What's up, family? It's Coach Massey, and you're locked into the Daily Hodl. I'm so excited you're here. This is where we cut through the noise, break down the Bitcoin and financial news, and I keep you ahead and give you the real insights that you won't see on any mainstream media. Right? We're not talking about Bitcoin to a million tomorrow. We're giving you the facts, not hopium. So first up, the X rumors have confirmed. Ian Calderon is officially running for governor in California, and he's openly pro-Bitcoin. This is massive for Bitcoin adoption in the U.S. because California is home to Silicon Valley, major tech hubs, and a huge population of investors and early adopters. This is great news. Okay, think about it. If a governor supports Bitcoin, it could lead to favorable regulations, easier corporate adoption, and more mainstream integration. This isn't just political chatter. This is potential market-moving news. Now, I know it feels like a nothing burger online, but if he wins, it'd be huge. Investors and traders need to pay attention because political narratives increasingly influence market sentiment, especially in crypto. And let me be clear, this doesn't mean you should jump in blindly. This is about understanding positioning, sentiment, and adoption trends. We're in a space where awareness equals opportunity. I'm also not saying or endorsing any political candidate. You're on the wrong channel if you want that. This is for finance and prayer. So let's get back to Bitcoin because I'm a Bitcoin supporter only. Now let's talk about Jerome Powell. He spoke today and the markets reacted harshly. Another Bitcoin red day is shaking traders. The reason, well, Powell is highlighting a weaker labor market and inflation is still a concern. So I want to break it down for you. Here's the data point you need to know. 72% of CPI components are now surging faster than the Fed's 2% target. That's up from just negative 55% a year ago. Talk about a huge signal for inflationary pressure. Traders are worried, volatility is high, and Bitcoin, being the first decentralized and global asset, is absorbing a lot of the nervous energy, right? Magic internet money. Anyways, let's also talk positioning. If you watched this channel the past weekend or this week, you know I called this correctly. The markets often price in the news ahead of events, and staying disciplined and informed is the key to navigating these volatile periods. Don't panic, don't get anxiety, don't get stressed. Learn and grow. Next, let's talk adoption. According to Gallup, only 14% of Americans own any form of cryptocurrency, and most of them hold very little, but 21% are intrigued by it. That means almost a quarter of the country is paying attention and could be entering the market soon. This is a major catalyst for growth if adoption trends continue. I'm definitely a Bitcoin person, so I don't care about the other crypto. And know this, pro-Bitcoin politicians, macroeconomic uncertainty, and rising inflation all point toward a narrative that just isn't a niche asset of Bitcoin. It's becoming a mainstream hedge against uncertainty. Fractional Bitcoin ownership makes it accessible for everyone, not just whales or institutions, which means more retail adoption could drive the next wave of growth. That means me and you, dollar cost averaging in. Now let's talk labor and government risk. The U.S. labor market is showing major cracks. Underemployment has jumped to 8.1%, the highest since 2021. Moody's is signaling a 48% chance of recession within the next 12 months, the highest probability since 2020 pandemic. Combine that with the 70% odds of a government shutdown right now, and we've got a real macro uncertainty. Stocks, bonds, and Bitcoin all react to uncertainty. Here's the upside. Bitcoin, though, can thrive in volatile times because it's decentralized, scarce, and global. While traditional markets panic, Bitcoin can act as a hedge, especially for long-term hodlers like yourself. This is exactly why I keep saying it's not about timing the market perfectly, it's about positioning and strategy. Staying informed about these macro signals is how you can turn fear into opportunity. And that's what I'm trying to do for you. Take away all anxiety, if possible. Finally, here's what's left for the week and why it matters. August new home sales. This signals housing market strength and consumer confidence. We got August durable good orders. This shows manufacturing and production trends. We have August existing home sales. This indicates trends in the housing demand. We have United States Q2 GDP, overall economic growth gauge, which is huge. And then August PCE inflation data on Friday, the Fed's preferred inflation metric. Each of these reports this week can move both traditional markets and crypto. Housing data, durable goods, GDP growth, and PCE inflation all provide insight into how the Fed may act next. As Powell's speeches have shown, Bitcoin reacts to liquidity, sentiment, and macro uncertainty. Understanding these connections is key for traders and holders like yourself. All right, family, now it's your turn. With Powell's speech, a pro-Bitcoin governor candidate, surging inflation, unemployment, and the risk of government shutdown, what do you think will happen to Bitcoin this week? Will it rebound or face continued pressure? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you and your predictions. I don't want to be the only one making predictions. Now smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with someone who lives and breathes Bitcoin. Remember, this is not financial advice. It's for educational purposes only. Stay informed, stay disciplined, and watch how these macro events unfold. Well, that's your Daily Hodl. Stay sharp, stay disciplined, and as always, Lead.Pray.Hodl. I'll see you in the next one.